chief guest, Dr. Prabhat Kumar sir, Horticulture Commissioner, Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and also Mission Director for National Beekeeping and Honey Mission, and most respected guest of honor, Mrs. Chaya Nanjappa ma'am, and founder and managing partner, Nectar Fresh, Pure Honey and Food Products, Karnataka, and our beloved director of NIFTEM-Thanjavur, Dr. V. Palnimuthu sir, and dear colleagues, my dear students, and all the participants from across the country, and our very reputed speakers from various institutions and organizations. A pleasant morning to all. So today we are hosting the 21st webinar under the PMFME scheme on honey processing and value addition. And as we all aware, PMFME is the Prime Minister's formalization of micro food processing enterprises scheme, which is a scheme implemented by Ministry of Food Processing Industries in collaboration with the state as well as the union territory governments for promoting the micro food processing enterprises scattered in our country, and with the aim of at least bringing 2 lakhs of these micro food processing enterprises to the formalized sector within a span of 5 years. And today's webinar on honey, as we all aware, honey is a very special minor forest commodity which is having a lot of therapeutic as well as pharmaceutical values. And we are one of the major countries who are producing and exporting honey to other countries also. So today we got a very special chief guest who is very apt for this webinar inauguration, our Prabhat Kumar sir, being the Mission Director for National Bee and Honey, Beekeeping and Honey. Though it was a very short notice, sir accepted our invitation to be the chief guest for this inaugural session and be with us today. So thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation. And on behalf of director and entire NIFTEM family, and also on behalf of all the participants, extend a wholehearted welcome to you, sir, for this inaugural session of this webinar. Next, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our guest of honor, Mrs. Chaya Nanjappa madam. Madam is actually a family member for NIFTEM-T. She was previously our executive council member also, and madam also without any hesitation accepted our invitation, and I can tell that she is the very apt person for today's webinar, being the honey magnet or business magnet in this sector. So on behalf of our director and entire NIFTEM-T family and all the participants, I welcome you, ma'am, for this webinar inaugural session. And next, I would like to welcome our beloved director, Palnimuthu sir, who is always with us for supporting as well as motivating and helping us for organizing this type of webinars. So entire NIFTEM family is grateful to you, sir, for your support and motivation. So on behalf of entire participants and the NIFTEM family, welcome you, sir, for this inaugural session. And next I would like to...
Thank you for guests.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our reputed speakers. You can see in the list very eminent speakers from across the country. They are here today with us to enlighten our participants. So on behalf of the entire NIFTEM-T family, I welcome you all for this inaugural session. And our participants, you are the backbone for organizing such webinars because without you, we cannot organize such webinars. So you are always supporting us by attending these webinars. So welcoming you all wholeheartedly to this 21st webinar of PMFME hosted by NIFTEM-T. And next, I would like to welcome all my dear colleagues and the PMFME team, Computer Center team, and our staffs and students for this webinar. Welcoming you all once again, and hope that this webinar will enlighten all our participants, because we have got very wonderful chief guest as well as guest of honor and all the participants, all the speakers also. So I'm sure that you all will get benefited out of this one. Once again, welcome you all. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
May I now invite for today's program our Honorable Director, Chief Guest, Dr. Prabhat Kumar. Firstly, I introduce you, sir, to you. He holds a degree in PhD, Floral Culture and Landscaping from IRI, New Delhi. He started his professional career as an assistant professor at GBU Pant in April 2023. He was actively engaged in teaching, research, extension, and managerial assignments at all the places and guided 10 MSc and one PhD student as a major advisor in the discipline of floriculture and landscaping, and presently guiding two PhD students and taught various courses at UG and PG level. He handled more than 4 extremely funded and 6 institute research projects and published 75 research papers in various national and international journals, 35 popular articles, 15 book chapters, and 11 technical bulletins and 6 books also. In capacity of national coordinator, develop monitoring and evaluation cell to coordinate with all the partners and facilitate to establish one I6 PAACSG centers in cut-edge areas like genomics, climate smart agriculture, digital agriculture, conservation agriculture, and secondary agriculture, and vice versa. He is a life member of many professional societies in the field of horticulture and agriculture, and he is a member of the board of the Management and Academic Council in the State of Agriculture University. I welcome you, sir, and thank you for accepting our invitation. The session is over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and for your very, kind introduction. And I'm very thankful to the director, Professor Palli Muthuji, because he was after me. I just left my one of the very important board meeting. So you know the power of persuasion. So I was actually about to in the Spices board, being a member there, but he persuaded me. And since honey is a very important sector, I thought that the spices country has done good job since time immemorial. So now how to prioritize it. So in my priority, honey came first. So because now we are making dent, everywhere. 10 years back, we were thinking that whether our flag of honey will be there outside or not. But happy to inform you that now we are making dent in each and every country in the world. And before to start with the honey, let me formally, extend my heartfelt thanks to the director, the introducer, and my colleague, Madam Chaya. I listened about her, but we could not meet. Once she is a magnet of the honey, how she is, away from us because we are here again at a central level. We are looking honey, how to promote it. And really, this sector is growing very fast, and you know this sector is having a potential since our honorable prime minister identified it as a very growing sector for the marginal and small farmers. Ultimately, if you go for any commercial venture where the commercial agriculture or large plantation something, so how to include the marginal small farmers, landless farmer even I will say, those are involved in this honey sector, and it is a very touching. And once we go and present somewhere and tell about the whole honey family, most of the people are not knowing it. So my advice, because we are all here, from the academic bureaucrat technocrats, so people are not aware about it. How the queen is there, drones is there, workers are there, how the social fabric is there of that. So because why I am just discussing with you this thing. Recently, I visited MHA, Ministry of Home Affairs. Now they are also coming up for the their CAPF. So that is large tract land they are having. So we are going to train them. Your help will be required in that because training will be very huge. So all your paramilitary forces, they are now ready to train their people as a master trainer. Later on, there will be a trained people, and we are starting it from the BSF. And now in Dimapur, we are going to start in this month only. But it's a very huge training. We are actually linking with the knowledge partners. So it's an opportune time for me to know the people, those who are working in the honey, like NIFTEM. If any CAPF will be there, we will add you as our knowledge partner so that you can participate in that in the training program. So regarding the honey, as I told you, it is basically our Prime Minister's vision, and it's a sweet revolution for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. and it is a very ambitious program of the government of India, where we are looking. It is a very looking for the this sector. Why? Because it's a very inclusive in the nature. So that's why I'm telling, I'm emphasizing that we are dealing with the people, those who are really in the need. So whosoever is working in the honey, they must have that nerve. That is one thing. Second thing is that this particular our national bee and honey mission, it was for the actually 5 year, but 3 years, 2 years have gone, and we have achieved good sensitized people. Capital infrastructures have come up, and now intellectual infrastructure we are regularly working. And the capital infrastructure again, we are giving regional labs, then processing lab, testing lab, and for the nucleus seed production, that is one important. But I'm very happy because I was going in the some travel, and I saw that some group has come up, because you people can tell detail because you are the from processing. It was wondering to me, they were making wine from the this particularly honey and made, I think MED made. They wrote that name made. I read in the flight. So I thought that today I will flag this issue because it's a good institution where people are working on the processing. They can see how much scope is there. Second thing is that in the honey, the raw honey, but particularly honey production is good. Now we are exporting half of the amount. We cross 100, 1,600 crores rupees that export has gone. Total near about 50% of the honey we are producing, we are exporting it. But the price realization is not there. That is, we have to think as a, I will request director also, we can have a meeting separately, and we can think that how price realization can be made. Because most of the, I think, farmers, they are selling the raw honey, and most of the time we are getting complaint from the farmers, sir, we are not getting like 70 rupees, 80 rupees, sometimes 90 rupees. But if you see the market in your chat, I was saying, I have not opened it, but it was just in a blink I saw somebody is writing 300 rupees kg, some is writing 400 rupees kg in your chat box. But unfortunately, a lot of representation we are getting from the farmers, particularly beekeeping societies. So that is one area where we have to see how the processing or value addition or something we can do for the price realization. Second thing is that this particular item has been rated and perceived in the society as a adulterated object. So how to, with your help, we are trying like Madhukranti portal we have brought first time in the country to trace back the data, because there was no data on the honey. We started through the NBSM and we put the Madhukranti portal. It needs more and more popularization, so that by the colony with the reverse engineering, at least we can calculate how much honey is coming. Because once we are entering into the world trade, or the trade in our country also with the influential people, those who are having the capacity to purchase, everywhere this traceability will be the issue, purity will be the issue. So technical barrier in the trade, we have to find out. So what about technical barriers are there? Second thing is that being an institution of the national importance, you can see what type of, standards, like we are writing to FSSI. Many people are talking about, sir, forget about the honey, but you see the rate of the venom, propolis, pollen, and beeswax. So can we make whatever products are there, byproducts are there, can we have joint effort to get the standards through the FSSI? That is also important for the all product. That is a third item I would flag here. So value addition, price rationalization, and this standards making, that is important. And then the capacity building is also one of the important, where you people are doing this. I am very happy to note that you people are working on the capacity building program. And I, again, yesterday I was going in Bakil. So incidentally I saw your work on this salads, and particularly salads and tomato. Two things I think you people at Thanjavur NIFTEM actually develop some technology. I was just going reshuffling some magazine. So it's happy to note that I was there in the Coimbatore, but next time definitely I would like to visit your institute and involve you in my honey sector in a big way. And whatever support you want, like a national bee and honey mission guideline is there, I will share with the director sir, and you can make a project of that, and you see how good knowledge can be created, and ultimately created knowledge should be curated properly and it should be migrated to the stakeholders. That should be the chain. Sometimes we think that it is simply a project, but not a project. Here in that ministry, if you are taking on project, be make a chain of that. Means creation of the knowledge is very important, but it should be properly curated. Once it is curated, it should be migrated to the stakeholders. So that should be the chain. So I will extend now, and I will tell you a little bit about the NBHM. So NBHM, we are having a missions under the NBHM, that is a mini mission 1 and mini mission 2 and mini mission 3. So in mini mission 1, there you can go for training program, and as per your strength, you can see one I am thinking, that is basically the training program capacity building you can demand from us. Second, that MM2 is also very good, that is for capital infrastructure, like if you can have some FPO or you want to develop an PPP model, because very recently a very encouraging story came from Rajendra Agriculture University, where I requested the Vice Chancellor why not to collaborate with the growers. When I come to know that they are not getting prices, Bihar is a very good producer of the honey, but the price was very less. So the reason was they were actually just selling the raw, even without removal of the moisture even. So what happened? I talked to the vice chancellor. I gave him a processing plant and mini testing plant. Now all the growers are linked with the university, and they develop a market linkage with the khadi. And the khadi is now purchasing with the 150 rupees. So immediately the 70 rupees has become a 130 rupees for the farmers. It's a just 100% jump in their prices. So that's when the beginning I told we have to think at that level. We should not think that as just research labor, paper labor. That is also important. But the thing is that we have to see how it is going to help the farmers. That should be our crux we have to put, because farmer welfare. You see, ministry is a department of agriculture and farmer welfare. When you make any ring, you put in the center that farmer, means the last mile that we are reaching. So in MM2 also, you can have some processing center in your institution, or testing lab you can take. And the third one is for R&D. MM3 is for research and development. There, any innovative idea if you are having, and you just see it should be as per the guideline, because they have given some guideline is there. I will share with you. So I would love to give you that R&D work also, as I said you, because once the raw material will come, so value addition is very important. Until unless you are not going for value addition, it is not going to give the incremental advantage to the producer, which it creates the employment opportunity too, if you see the raw and after that. And because we are having all set of these things, so you can see that guideline, and I think that would be better. And you make as big as any group or association. And I would request, now this PPP model, I think that would be better. You can do at your institute level, but we will give you as a government institution, and later on you can make your provision there. So honey is very, again, I will say you, it is a rising sector. And one thing I will tell you, we have to now propagate honey not as a sugar substitute, but as a therapeutic and functional item. So that should come from where, because people are thinking that is a sugar substitution. It's not a sugar substitution. It is basically having a lot of therapeutic and functional attributes in the honey. That has to come out, because if you see, people are selling honey not in rupees but in the thousands, just highlighting their therapeutic and functional value. So like in GIE is also coming up, and researchable issue we can discuss, because it's not a platform. I can discuss many researchable issues. Later on we will discuss. And whatever capacity you are processing, and right now you are having we will and wish to do. We are welcoming you from our side, and we'll love to work with the such type of institution where ultimately the cascading effect will go to the end user. So thank you very much, Director Saab, for giving me an opportunity to share my thought. And we are ready to support under the honey mission. And hopefully, such type of interaction should go long. It should not die with the one interaction. It should go with the long, relationship with the NBB, National Bee Board, and NBHM, and this particular NIFTEM should become one of our knowledge partner in that area. I wish that after this particular one-day webinar, we will be in the interaction, and this relationship go on. So thank you very much for inviting me and listening me. And I'm not talking about honey because you are going to talk, so that would be a simply repetition. So how much production is, what type of quality, where export is going on. You people discuss it, and I will be here if I have time. Then I'll listen. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We are really honored you could make it at the end for this program, and we will be make a long association. And I assure you, we'll live up to your expectation. We'll come back to you after this program. I will put some people on job. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such inspiring words and kind words. Now I request Director Sir to kindly facilitate the sir that memento as a token of gratitude.
Sir, this is
Oh, that's good.
sir, this is an online memento. It will come to you.
Thank you.
Lord Krishna for you.
Thank you.
Thanjavur plate, and it will come to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your all courteous words and love and affection.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite founder and managing partner for Next Honey and Food Fresh and Pure Honey and Food Products Karnataka. She is the first generation rural entrepreneur who has a vision, strength, and
Yeah, your voice is not audible.
Priya, you are muted. Again, tell. Priya, you are muted.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. She is the first generation rural entrepreneur who has a vision, strength, and spirit behind the success saga of the brand. The strength and force of her character have led We Connect International, a global network for women entrepreneurs, to recognize Nectar Fresh as the first woman-owned enterprise in India. She has led the launch of the several agro-based food products of superior quality like fruit jams, coffee, tea, vinegar, spices, and many more. And this move also tempered by the genuine concern for the economic sustenance and development of the honey gatherers and farmers for the rural sector. On the other hand, she has been instrumental in mentoring, training, and transferring of agro-technical know-how to the little educated rural farmers and Adivasis. In the commitment of the noble mission of empowering the economically deprived section of the society, she has a setup of the Naman Institute for the premises of the Nectar Fresh to promote the rural artisans, especially the rural women. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation to ma'am. The session is over to you. Thank you.
Namaste, everyone. Most respected Prabhat Kumar ji, who's our horticulture commissioner, Director NIFTEM, Palni Muttuji, team NIFTEM-Thanjavur, and all the participants. For me, when NIFTEM invites me, it's like a family of mine, literally an extended family of mine. And it's such a pleasure being amidst you all. Well, I feel so good that today's session, I'm sure, on beekeeping will inspire many of you all to take up I would say, a business venture itself, because though I myself run a social enterprise, many of them assume I'm a businesswoman, but I run a rural social enterprise, and every penny I earn, I get enormous satisfaction in empowering the underprivileged small farmers or my tribal community, which is very dear to my heart. And today I shall share a small story of mine and hope that inspires a few of the participants to choose my field I am into honey processing and marketing of honey. And I will also tell you how you could scale up your business than merely sustaining, in fact, when you do it in rural Bharat. My unit is in rural India. It is in a place called Naguvanahalli, and it's 100% social enterprise. I've still sustained and scaled it up. And as I speak to you, I'm humbled to say that I had a surprise coming from the KVIC last month. 14 years back, when I set up Nectar Fresh as a small scale Khadi and village industries, a small enterprise, my first training came from CBRTI in Pune. Those days, CBRTI was considered to be one of the premier R&D institutes, not merely in Bharat, but even in the neighboring countries. So, and I felt so humbled that I have been made the task force committee for its revival. And it is a humbling moment for any entrepreneur who learned her basics from CBRTI Pune, and now it's time to give back to the prestigious organization. So, saying that, I would want to say I started my journey at one of the lowest phases in my life, when I wanted to stand up for myself, not be dependent on my parents. I thought, what could I get into? At that point in time, my homeland, Kodagu or Coorg, was known for its honey. It doesn't have honey as it did earlier, but when I started it, it was still very much known for honey. So I wanted to get a quality product in the market. So with that thought, I did a 7-day training on processing and marketing of honey at CBRTI, and then set up the small scale unit, which I maybe started with around 100 kgs or 50 kgs, I don't remember. And I still used to wonder, how will I promote this 100 kilos in that first month. From that to my 300 ton capacity per month unit at Nectar Fresh, my journey with honey has grown. And what it is really satisfying for me and my husband is we have been part of an inclusive growth where all the people associated with the brand has grown with it. Nothing can give us more satisfaction than this factor. If you ask me how the growth factor of Nectar Fresh, though I'm not completely using my capacity, I'm getting all set now, and for the first time my unit could be the first social enterprise in Bharat today to pass the BRC audit in a month. I don't think any social enterprise in rural India took this sort of a thought or a leap ahead, maybe because of the challenges they had, which I completely understand. But I think the never give up attitude and the passion and dedication that we had on scaling up with quality helped us grow to whatever little steps we have taken it forward with. And how did this happen? I can say with my personal experience, from day one, when I started marketing 50 kgs to 100 kilo in the first month, to whatever we are today, it was all because of our quality. Our obsession for quality has taken us to the little growth story that what we are today. I therefore request all of you who are planning to be entrepreneurs and take up our field to be very, very clear on that aspect and give more more importance to traceability. What do I mean by traceability? Well, from the sourcing point, we take care that the tribal community whom we are associated with today, around 1,500 small farmers, and the tribals are dependent on us. And it's been a very long association. It's a 15-year association. It didn't happen overnight. To teach them the basics on how they have to maintain consistent quality, it took me 7 years. Nothing called success that you can sustain can happen overnight at all. It takes lot of hard work and passion to see that it happens. So we have supported them gloves. First of all, we have informed them on the importance of bee for our environment. When they smoke the bees now, they are very cautious about it. Then we have guided them to use gloves to squeeze the honey, because from there on the quality deteriorates. Then the next step, what we have done, we have always said them they can never use the cans that they use for oil or any other products. They wash it well, but still it can never be hygienic or clean. We have always said them to use the PET cans, so that it is well washed, dried in the sun, and many a times for 2 to 3 years we ourselves supply to them to maintain consistent quality. And after it is done, we have also seen to it that we do random checks on the quality, and we have also invested for godowns in the tribal areas wherever we source them. Because why have we invested for godowns? So that the people whom we have kept there for sourcing responsibility, they can keep the stocks in the godown and pest control is taken care. If pest control is not taken care, all the way your quality deterioration starts, right from how you squeeze your honey to the cans you use to where you store it. And by the time, if that is not taken care, and the logistics part, the little experience, every day I am learning about the product called honey. So every day is a learning lesson for me. So I feel any small hiccup anywhere, why you should be particular on the logistics. If a truck carrying pesticides or manure, if there you happen to put your honey and transport it, well, your honey could very well fail the important test. And that is where you even have to take care of the logistics part when it comes to maintaining the consistency of quality in honey. That is when you can expect a real good price for your product. And then comes the processing aspect. We need processing. I would not say processing, because we reduce moisture, we filter, and we also see to it we never reduce moisture where honey comes under direct heat. Never. Your hydroxyl methyl furfural rises, and that is where your quality is your quality deteriorates. It fails the feast test. You will have lot of issues. That is where we have invested for. It took us, say, 5 to 6 years to assemble parts with the little knowledge we gained with practical knowledge. And that is when we set up this small unit by ourselves, because we could not afford to buy, as a social enterprise, we could not afford to import the best of machinery and equipments from abroad. So we had to get the certain parts here and get it assembled. Gujarat is a very good place where many of us do it. So after that, we also saw to it that the processing always reduces moisture and also helps to enhance the quality of the product. And even when it comes to packaging, always see that you never compromise with the packaging part. As you all are aware, if you have taken a bit of knowledge on honey, that honey can observe a bit of flavor if something else is kept close to it. So you have to see that your packaging is generally with glass, or if you go for PET bottle packaging, it should be of such a good grammage as equivalent to what the glass bottle is. When you adhere to all these standards and when you maintain consistent quality, believe me, you can be second to none. And you don't have to go to a buyer, the buyer comes to you. Many of us who are in rural India, we are not fortunate enough to get the government schemes or subsidies, because you can't go there always and sit there, because you don't have people to help you do the project reports, because that's been a major challenge. But yet, when you overcome the challenges, when you find a path to succeed, any challenge could be overcome, is what I can tell you with my personal experience, with whatever little we have been doing. And once you come up with a name of good quality product, you will be shocked and surprised to know my budget for marketing has been zero. It has been word of mouth that the brand has grown from what it was to what it is, small growth year by year, to what it is today, only because of the consistent quality we have maintained, meeting deadlines on time. And there is one aspect that people don't talk about. It is about ethics in business. When you maintain the highest level of ethics in business, it will take you places. Can you ever believe that a Khadi and Village Board backed, Khadi and Village Industries Commission, KVIC backed social enterprise set up in Naguvanhalli today packs some of the biggest brands in the country? My entire team is uneducated, but they have been taught and they have been given skill development to process and supply some of the best quality products in the country today. We are with honey to support our tribals. We got into few more agri-based products. Today, I think with so much of confidence, I can tell you that be it our apple cider vinegar, be it our jams without preservative, color, or flavor, we are meeting the best standards of USFDA. And it's such a humbling feeling for us, taking our entire people, the not so fortunate to be educated people, to the rural folk, taking them part with our growth story. And this can be done in spite of setting up our enterprise in rural India. We might have challenges with logistics, with marketing, availing the subsidies and schemes. And I am telling you, with all these challenges, you can succeed and stand out, because that is what we have done. And when you work so hard and you succeed, I think you can never get more satisfaction than that. And to my dear organizations like NIFTEM-Thanjavur, I'm closely associated with few more. I'm just waiting for CBRTI to set up things right now. Where we need your support would be those organizations supporting a lot of farmers and the tribal community, and those setting up SMEs. Help we would need is giving us a cost. Generally, the test that FSSAI asks for is very expensive. I don't think all of them could meet. Even we cannot meet it to have the test done for every batches. 28,000 for every batch. How can we afford it? Be it someone might end up giving it 22, but 22,000 rupees per batch. How can we consistently manage and maintain the quality? It becomes next to impossible. In fact, comparatively, our NIFTEM-Thanjavur.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you come again?
You speak, madam. Now you can speak. It was a break.
Yeah, yeah. Organizations like NIFTEM, it's already offering us the most competitive price, but we wish it would have been a bit lesser for us, a bit lesser, so that it truly helps all the small farmers and those entrepreneurs getting into the field. But with these words, I would want to say that honey industry, that is anything to do with promoting of honey, has such a high potential, and Modi ji could not have come with a better way of supporting all of us, especially from rural Bharat, our ODOP. It is, I think it's going to be a phenomenal success. And with my own experience, I would say that all that you need to make it a success, like in any other field, is never give up attitude. I look forward, after listening to me, at least a few of you all who are listening today would end up being to be in the same industry that I am in. Thanking once again NIFTEM-Thanjavur for giving me an opportunity to be with you all today, and thanking all of you also for being there today to listen to me. Thanks a ton. Dhanyavad. Namaste.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Director Sir to kindly facilitate the ma'am that memento as a token of gratitude.
Madam, this is Krishna for you.
Thanks a ton, sir. Thanks a ton. Truly
Unbelievable.
appreciate. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to introduce our director, sir, to you all. Sir obtained his bachelor's in engineering in agriculture engineering from Tamil Nadu University, Coimbatore, and MTech and PhD from IIT Kharagpur. He has also postdoctoral training at McGill University, Canada. He specializes in post-harvest processing and food engineering. The research area includes designing development of new agriculture processing in the machinery and post-harvest processing of agri-produce. As a scheme head of the ICR AICRP, and he created well-equipped laboratories for the food product development, food analysis, dry grain processing, and wet processing. Sir has a patent of a process of manufacture and enriched instant rice, developed 16 prototypes, machineries, gadgets that are commercialized through the NRDC by the UAS, and developed 9 value-added products technology that are recommended for the commercialization. May I invite the director, sir, for the presidential address, please.
For the inaugural function, respected guests, Dr. Prabhat Kumar, Horticultural Commissioner, Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and the Mission Director, National Beekeeping and Honey Mission, Government of India. And we have a wonderful lady here, Dr. Mrs. Chaya Nanjappa. I know her because I'm mostly a Karnataka man than Tamil Nadu man. 30 years is a pretty long time to stay there in US, Bangalore. Just 2 months back, I have come to Thanjavur. And after hearing them, because honey, I worked for sought out and selected speakers for this ODOP program. And our team, PMFB NIFTEM-Thanjavur, has done extremely well for organizing this. One of the PMFB ODOP programs, honey is, everybody likes honey because it's honey. No, it is so sweet and we want to be always sweet. No, in that way, thank you for organizing this program today. In spite of their busy schedule, our honorable chief guest and the guest of honor have come to this program for inauguration. There are other speakers to speak because I need not speak much about honey because there are many stalwarts who are working in this line, starting from beekeeping to processing, value addition, all kinds of, including banking and other how to write DPR. Everything will be covered during this one-day session, and I'm sure this program will be helpful to all the ODOP states. 9 states we have from Assam, Bihar, Jammu, Kashmir, and all so on. Punjab and Uttar Pradesh. And now I'm very surprised why Karnataka is not there, because the topmost honey lady is here, Nature Fresh. And our state, Karnataka, is not there in that list, ODOP. Still, I think some of them have taken up this venture in Karnataka. They have a very good beekeepers association in Bangalore. I think one of the speaker is Dr. Vijay Kumar. This is the University of Agriculture Sciences Bangalore is one university which has the Department of Apiculture in the University of Agriculture in Bangalore. I think this is one or maybe the only one of the two universities where we have a separate department and degree program, the master degree program and PhD program for apiculture. And I'm sure such speakers are enlisted here, and they will give valuable information for the benefit of the participants. And because I'm very sorry for starting late, because one of our entrepreneurs from Business Incubation Center, the same team which is conducting PMSP ODOP program, there was an inauguration. That auspicious time was between 9:30 and 10:30. So we have to agree with them. He is opening third unit of millet cookies, based on our advice and technologies. So I'm very happy that we went for that inauguration. We came back, rushed back for starting this program. That's why 15-20 minutes late. I'm very sorry for that. And I thank now what our mission director told. I just noted down what we can do. I assure you, sir, once again, we will work together hand hold in all the aspects, whatever you have told, not only value addition, R&D, and other capacity building. We are very good in all these things. NIFTEM-Thanjavur, I'm very happy to say that we have a wonderful team of young scientists and professors. They are really very young. Probably the director is the oldest man. They are working very well. They have conducting extremely nice programs, ODOP program, whatever you see in PMFP portal. Most of the things are all the DPR, all the literatures are developed by this NIFTEM-Thanjavur, including for honey. And I'm sure those DPRs will help for people who to start our industries, and we will be definitely a knowledge partner to National Honey Mission, and the vision of visionary like our Modi ji, his vision will be materialized because if all of us join together, and we have our Mrs. Chaya Nanjappa madam, and she is always helpful, and I'm very thankful on behalf of NIFTEM madam for always helping us wherever it's required, and we will still our bonding will grow stronger. And with these few words, I think your technician session will start. And thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to conduct this program. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Dr. D.V. Chidanand, sir, Assistant Professor and Head in charge of the academic in NIFTEM-Thanjavur, for the formal vote of thanks. Please, sir.
Thanks, Priya. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Prabhat Kumar, sir, Horticulture Commissioner, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India, and also Chaya Nanjappa Madam, Founder and Managing Partner, Nectar Fresh, Pure Honey, and Food Products, Karnataka, and Dr. Palimuthu sir, Director, NIFTEM-Thanjavur, and resource persons, faculties, and participants. Good morning to all. I deem it a great privilege to extend a vote of thanks in this ODOP program. So, on behalf of NIFTEM-Thanjavur family, I sincerely thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Prabhat Kumar sir, Horticulture Commissioner, Ministry of Agriculture, who has made his gracious presence today's program in spite of his busy schedule, and also he delivered very good. I think what are the opportunities from ministry, so he give all guidelines. I think it's very helpful for our new budding entrepreneurs. And also we would like to thank Miss Chaya Nanjappa madam, founder and managing partner. So madam also explained, motivated most of the entrepreneurs, and also she shared her experience, especially in the honey. Thank you, madam. And also, I would like to thank our beloved director, Dr. V. Palanimuthu sir, for his continuous effort for organizing our such ODOP programs in a fruitful manner. And also, we are extremely thankful to all resource persons. I think they are going to speak insight on honey processing and value addition. So, thanks to the all our resource persons for this program. And also, I would like to thank all participants there. I think those who are all participating for this today program from all over India. And also, I mentioned the deep sense of gratitude to all adaptive departments, faculties, and staffs for their valuable inputs for making the program is successful. And also, special thanks to our PMFME team and computer team for their support. And then, once again, I thanks one and all present in this program. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we are proceeding towards our first technical session, that is overall scenario of honey production and processing in India. Dear participants, if you have any question during the presentation, please type them in the chat box. We will bring them after the end of the session. Now, without further delay, we will proceed to our first technical session on honey processing and value addition. For this,